What's up, nerds? It's your boy. 8 o'clock in the morning here on the 24th day of June in the year of our Lord John Cena 2023. Money in the Bank weekend, I think. It is the 24th day. It is bright and sunny and gorgeous outside. My birthday's coming up, so if you're wondering what to get the OG GM for his birthday, we've got a list of some board games. Somebody's put together a list for us of what they think the 24 best board games currently in production for more than 2 players are right now. This list is, like most of these lists, based on, who knows, just random recommended games. Let's see if I agree or disagree with these. At number 24, Settlers of Cattan. Okay, no, that should be number 1. Already you're wrong, dude. The 24th game for new players and more than 2 players? No, Settlers of Catan is like the gateway game to every other board game. It's like Monopoly and games like Monopoly, then Catan and games like Catan, and then maybe Risk if you want to go into the high tactics games sides, you know. But no, Catan should be number 1. Catan should be number 1. All right, number 23, Forbidden Desert. I heard this game was hard. I don't know if this should be listed on like the best games for 5 players unless you're really into hard games, because I heard Forbidden Desert was like really hard. I never got to play it. Carcassonne, played a lot of Carcassonne back in the day. It's harder than it looks. You know, you think it's an easy game, but no, it's got a lot of complexity to it. So again, I would say if you're a 5-player group, this definitely would not be my starter game. Camel Up, never heard of it. It's number 21. It's for 2 to 8 players, ages 8 and up. Playtime of 30 minutes. It's a betting game, apparently, about racing camels. Okay, well, camel races. I can live with that. That sounds fun. Small World. I've heard about Small World. It's like a fantasy civilization game with lots of expansions, if I remember correctly. It's at number 20. Sure. Number 19, Betrayal at the House on the Hill. I love Betrayal in the House on the Hill. I do not know why I love it, but of all the board games I've played, it has always been like my top 3 most fun. It is so complicated and so many parts. I mean, just so many unnecessary parts. There's like parts for like hundreds and hundreds of teeny little parts that have to all be kept separate. But yeah, it's such a fun game. Century Spice Road. Never heard of this one. 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up. 45 minutes, but complexity easy. It's a spice trading history game. Citadels, heard of this one, never played it. It's at number 17. Number 16 is Power Grid Recharge. Don't know anything about this one. Looks relatively simple. 2 to 6 players, ages 12 and up. Playtime 2 hours. Complexity high. Yeah, well, I guess I was wrong when it said it looks simple. It's a strategy and connecting roots type game. Dread of Winter, a Crossroad Games, comes in at 15. It's players 2 to 5, ages 13 up, 2 hours, complexity medium. Psychological survival game about surviving through a harsh winter in the apocalypse. Yes, not enough post-apocalypse games that don't feature zombies. I mean, almost every post-apocalypse board game out there is zombies. So here's one that's just about surviving in the cold. Number 14, Star Wars Imperial Assault. That's a fun one, definitely, if you're a Star Wars fan. Plus, it comes with toys. King of Tokyo, a game we played hundreds of times and yet never got right. And that comes at number 13. I mean, who doesn't want to play Godzilla Destroying Tokyo? Number 12 was Mysterium. This game got a lot of press when it first came out and then just kind of vanished. It's listed as medium complexity, 40-minute playtime. Comes in at number 12. Yeah, number 11, Ticket to Ride. I write that with Cattan. Like if Cattan's number 1 for, gateway board games, I'd see Ticket to Ride's number 2. It's easy, it's fun, it's simple. Kids can play it, adults can play it. It's got a short play time. It comes in at number 11. I'd rate it higher. Number 10 is Nemesis. Don't know anything about this. It's a semi-cooperative game about spaceships. Oh, well. And it comes with toys. All right. So, yeah. Comes with figures. 3 hours. High complexity. Teeny little board. Okay, sure. Aliens on a spaceship. Number 9 is Dixit. Never heard of that one. 3 to 6 players. Ranges 8 and up. What do we know about this? Creative Gex work, where your imagination unlocks the tiles. So, sort of like memory, but more complex, I guess. Descent, 2nd edition. Definitely heard of this one. High complexity. Never got to play it, but apparently it comes with lots of figures. So, it's one of those games like, well, if I saw it on sale, I'd buy it for the figures, even though I never got to play it, kind of thing. 7 is El Grande. I think I've heard of this one, but I never get to play it. High complexity. Cleverly maneuvering yourself to get the king's favor. So, yeah. Maneuver type game. Number 6 is Terraforming Mars. I've heard of this one. I never got to play it. It's a city building, world building. Twilight Imperium. Definitely heard of that. Definitely played it. 4 to 8 hours. Definitely on complexity. You rate this as number 5. Number 4, Cosmic Encounters. Played so much of that in college. Such a fun, goofy game. I think I only ever won once. Sean Marshall always won. Anybody remember Sean Marshall? Yep. Medium complexity. Number 3 is 7 Wonders. Know it. Never played it. Medium complexity. Basically, it's a building thing. You build things and draft things and try and conquer the wonders thing. Number 2 is Fury of Dracula. Really? That's the number 2 game to play for 5 players, especially, for like a party. All right, I suppose for Halloween. It's thematic horror. And number 1 is Puerto Rico, a high-powered economic games where players produce stuff to ship out. I've seen it, never played it. High complexity. So this is the list of this guy thinks is the best games for 5 people to play at a board game night, and his list is completely backwards. Like, it should be Settlers of Cattan, bam, number 1. Ticket to Ride, bam, number 2. Carcassonne, I'd probably put in number 3. There's a lot of games I think I should be on this list. It's missing on this list. For fun, 5-player party games, or just get together for a board game night. Games like Twilight Imperium or Axis and Allies, they have like 3-4 hours of playtime. I don't know if I put those on the list, but these lists are always, opinion, not any actual facts behind them. Just somebody went, I'll put together a list. And this is what I think are the best. And, you could think what the best are completely different. That said, I think most people who know board games agree that Cattan is in the top 5 and is like, the next step for board gaming after like the Monopoly / Operations / Stratego level of games. You want to step up your board gaming, but still like, your shallow end. It's Cattan and Ticket to Ride, right? Am I right? Do you disagree with me? If you were to put together your top 5 board game list, what would be on the list? Monopoly, Risk, Candyland? Yeah, Candyland. That game's hardcore, man. See people go to war over games of Candyland. The Candyland Massacre of 02. I still have nightmares. Let me know. There's your Saturday board game list if you're wondering what to get me for my birthday. The best gift, of course, you could give me is just to subscribe to the OGGM Adventures if you haven't yet. And maybe check out some of my merch. Self-promotion Saturday. I just posted something brand new on Big Geek Emporium for the first time in over a month. Yeah, check it out. I'm the OGGM. Talk to you later.